Aloha. Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the new Lemurian world, AskaCotan in Hawaii. So until now, we have been broadcasting our message only in Japanese, but today we're happy to spread our message to the world in English. We call this project AskaCotan. So what is AskaCotan? The AskaCotan Project is a new way of community living, co-creating our lives in harmony with the universe. The word Aska occurs in place names all over the world. Aska, Alaska, Aztec, Nazca, all of which have connotations with ancient civilizations. Aska means peace and security in Korean and is similar to Shambhala, a mythical Buddhist city which was heaven on earth. Kotan means village, the indigenous Japanese language. So our new village of AskaCotan, the community we are attempting to build, has no leaders. It's not a hierarchical system. Everyone stands side by side in a circle. We want to create a new world inspired by the ancient way of living, one that is in harmony with the earth. As we all know, our world and the earth is transitioning into a new state. The old system will not work anymore. And this is why we need to create a new harmonized community. Wa in Japanese means harmony. And this is the Japanese cultural concept that we want to integrate into our community. For us, there is no competition or conflict. Nobody's at the center or in charge. The whole is the center. We aim to create a new community that incorporates the old ways of living in union with the universe and the new ways of embracing technology. A community where people can live in a new Lemuria filled with love that we want to recreate. So we are building a prototype of this harmonized community on the Big Island. The reason it has to be on the island of Hawaii is because this location is the most important energy point on Earth. Yuka, a channeler, received multiple messages from the source energy of the universe, named Zeushi, about the shift happening on Earth. So we can explain about Zeushi's message in another video. So thank you for hearing our message. Okay, moving on. So we would like to introduce these two wonderful ladies, Miko and Yuka today. Yuka is one of the channeler I mentioned earlier. じゃあ、Miko さんとYuka さん、自己紹介をお願いしたいと思います。どちらからお先行きましょうか。Okay, so
aloha.
Aloha.
Hi, my name is Miko. Okay, I'm originally from Japan, but currently my partner Kazu and I live on the island of Hawaii. I'm dark, huh? It's okay. Huh? To explain a little bit about myself, I live a life guided by my intuition and sign from the universe. This way of life started 22 years ago when I visited India. Since then, I have followed sign and guidance from the universe. It was 4 years ago when my past life memory of Lemuria came back and I encountered with Kazu, my partner now and then. We both retrace our memory and connection from the time of Lemuria, which led us to Mount Shasta, Sedona, with the Hopi, and now to the Big Island. In 2018, I followed the guidance and became a caretaker of a 5-acre retreat center in Kona-side. We had no website, but people found us via word of mouth, and many people from Japan visited our retreat center. This is when I met my friend Yuka, who lives the same way I do. She is a channeler and is able to connect with the source entity. We both received the message to build a community where people can live in harmony with nature, us, and the universe in North Kohala. Thank you. That's my bio.
Okay, thank you, Miko. So that was Miko. And next we want to introduce you, Yuka. Yuka is the channeler. She's a full trance channeler. She was the one who's receiving messages from the source entity. So we're going to have Yuka channel Zeushi, the source entity, later on. So first, Yuka-san, お願いします. Here's Yuka.
Hello, I'm Yuka. My goal is to create a place that people can gather together, especially for those who have no place to call home. As a third-generation Korean Japanese, I have often felt that I don't fit in with either culture, and this space will be open to everyone. My sense of family changed when my sister became disabled, and we got a lot of help from our community. This experience taught me that as long as we live in society, someone will help us if we don't cut ourselves off. I realized that an earth family can exist beyond blood relationship. I believe a family is a vessel that accepts us regardless of our circumstances. The earth family can serve this important role as a vessel for society and help make relationships that bring peace and comfort to those without a home. I'd like to hand over a better society for the next generation by living as an earth family. I believe we need to think about the planet and how we should live together.
Thank you, Yuka, for your introduction. はい。ということで、up next, we would like to show you the map of our AskaCotan. Are you guys ready for the map? はい。So we're going to show you a map. So on October 10th, 2020, a ceremony was held on the island of Hawaii to bring the new earth energy to this island. So that was on the Kona side. So for this ceremony, 10 pebbles were gathered from sacred places around Japan, as you can see. Along with these pebbles, a stone monument you can see in the center was sent to Hawaii from Japan to balance the energy field of this land. So over 1,000 people participated in the ceremony and received a magatama stone bead. So this stone bead represents the residents of our new community. At this time, we didn't have a set place for our community, but we already had 1,000 people on board with our vision. So the project started virtually, and now it's coming to life. And here are some of our draft images. Here, in the center of the community, we will have the stone monument to balance the energy field of the earth. The town will circulate out from the center. And by the way, this is Sink Kudo's design, who is a multimedia artist. Well, Sink started Japan's first eco-village right after 2011 Tohoku earthquake and the tsunami in East Japan. So if you want to show, here is Sink. If you want to say something real quick, Shink-san, 一言
Hello, my name is Sink Kudo. How are you? Aloha. And
Aloha.
sorry, I can speak English little. Sorry. I make eco village in Japan, Kumamoto, 10 years ago. Because I want to feel peace and next life, make next life and spirits. I want to feel that let's together make next. Thank you.
Yes. So Sinku Kudo, he is like 10 years ago, he started this eco village in Kyushu, which is the southern part of Japan. So it's like, I think, 何坪でしたっけ?
1万坪です。
1万坪. So it's about 10-acre land. So he has a wonderful eco village. So he started, it was one of the first eco village in Japan. So we're really, really happy that he is on board with us with this project he has experienced. So thank you, Shinku-san. ありがとうございました. And to add, on May 15 last year, May 15 this year, 2021, we are planning to hold an art festival, both online and in person, to celebrate the founding of this new community, AskaCotan. Many artists, including Sinku, who want to support our community, are participating in this festival. And moving on, we want to introduce you guys two more people, special guests we have today. We have Uncle Reynolds and Joshua today. So let's start with, should we start with Joshua first? Okay, so Joshua, can you introduce yourself and can you tell us how you got involved with this project?
Yeah, it's a long story. I'll try and keep it brief, but I met my wife, who is another Yuka. She's a Japanese woman who I met in Baja. It was the first time I ever, let go of my own egoic desires and decided to follow my heart. And this took me on a long journey leading to Baja, Mexico, where I met Yuka, my soulmate, and we're now married with 2 children, and her and I have done a lot of traveling ever since we met, and this was over 5 years ago. This took us through Mexico, Colombia, Peru, back to America, Canada, Japan, back to California, and then finally arriving here on the Big Island. Basically just following signs of the universe and following our hearts, our intuitions. And we've always felt, always been driven by this desire and need to live close to the earth. So seeking somewhere where we can live in harmony with the earth very simply. We're very strong believers of simplicity, meaning happiness. And we are living very simply right now and very happily. Yuka has found a huge Japanese culture here in Hawaii, surprisingly. And we kind of arrived here because it was a good midway point between California, my home, and Japan, her home. And we, after finding a lot of Japanese friends, Miko here, and many others, there's just been so much synchronicity that has guided us into this community. Not even by choice. It was almost just, I feel, because I'm hearing bits and pieces of this community from my wife, who's speaking with all these Japanese folk. I've only been catching bits and pieces. I almost feel like I've fallen into this, but the more and more I learn about this community, the more I definitely feel a strong desire and need to be a part of it. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you, Joshua. So your wife Yuka
and Joshua.
Nice. So you guys live on the Big Island and the east side of the Big Island, the Hamakua coast.
Yes, we're just north of Hilo in Ninole, and even our time in here on the island, we've been a number of places: Puna, Honoka'a, Hawi, Waikoloa, and finally here in Ninole.
Yeah.
So
you don't know next trip.
Yeah, we don't know where we're ending up next, but we know that it's gonna be good. And music is our big passion, and healing others through sound. Not just music, but toning, and union of energies.
Okay.
We've, my wife and I have discovered very spontaneously this what most people would call Tantric Union. We call it Kogose, which my understanding in Japanese is kind of like the receiving of light. When we union together, it's kind of a channeling of, in my opinion, it feels like the earth and the heavenly energies uniting through us as humans. And we've discovered that we can actually do this in group sessions as well.
Mm,
Nice.
So this has been
nice,
a big,
beautiful.
powerful influence for us and our inspiration.
Nice, beautiful. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. It's wonderful that we have another beautiful artist couple, and that's going to add more to our AskaCotan. So thank you so much. Okay, so moving on, Uncle Reyno, Kamaka Vivo Ole, mahalo for coming on today. Uncle, can you introduce yourself and tell us why and how you got here involved in this project? And Uncle, mhm.
Yes, my name is Reynolds Kamaka Vivoli. I have been doing this work to gather the people together so that they would know some of the truth here on the island. I lived on this island since 1947. I worked here in the islands for a long time as a police officer.
Mm.
My badge was 147. I retired in 1947. Everything was 47 in my work that I'd done, which is 11 and 2. And so every numbers was always completed in myself. I have a very strong connection to what is done in this project that you have set up. And this is very important for all of the people in the world. I've come to be introduced to Miko, and I believe that Source put us together to come together and be amongst all of you, as I remember in ancient times. One of the key things is for my responsibility is to gather all people to come together and make them one. The old Lemuria is going to be brought back and restored so that the people will have this. And I live very close to Waipio Valley, which is a very special space for the creation. And that we have a very special pyramid down there that Miko and others have gone to, which is a very, the mother pyramid there, which you will see later. And also in the valley also is the caves of creation that was used by what Hawaiians call source, so we call here, Kiakua. All of this has been done. It's been prepared for everybody to come home here in Hawaii, prepare them for their new life. And so this is all about peace and harmony because Lemurians had this. They were very, very loving, caring, and everybody was equal. There was no up or down. They were all masters. So the masters are returning back home so that they can be together in love and harmony. This is a strong intention for everyone. Everyone's soul is called to come back. And this is a beautiful project that has been put together for all of you. And I'm very happy to see this occur at this time. It is exactly the right timing. I've looked at everything that has been shared. I believe that we have got a long way around to come and put all of the peoples together and as one. And I'm so happy to be a part of this project and to help in every way I can. I know much of the history here. I know what is going on. I've connected so much to what is out there, the galactic ones, and to all of our star family, and to all of the divine ones that work with them. All of the angels, and even Kiakua. This past 3 years, working with Kiakua so much. And so this has been an important time for me to share this and to help all of us to come together. And I love this work, and I love all the people that's in it. And that's the way I work, to true aloha. This is such an important time to express that. And so this is I'm happy to be part of you, all of you. And I'm excited, very excited. Thank you so much.
Mahalo, mahalo.
Mahalo.
Uncle, I just want to ask you one thing. So you do have memories of the ancient Lemurian time that you were a resident in that time?
Yes, I have the knowledge of what happened. And I have the knowledge of how many directions we went through. And one of them was through Japan. Because they held the secrets of Lemuria. And some of the things had to be in secret, what Hawaiians call huna, to protect that. So now they come back with the children is coming back to restore this understanding. And you have this big responsibility, but it's beautiful. And I'm proud of you. Oh.
Thank you. That kind of it seems like it's one of the pieces of the puzzles. So everything is coming together at this time. So thank you so much, Uncle Reynolds.
Yes.
Thank you. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Okay. So up next, we would like to call upon the source entity Zeushi. So let's see, Yuka-san. この後に今からゼウシと対面ということで。So we're gonna bring upon Zeushi, the source entity, up next. So ご準備よろしいでしょうか? Okay. So Uncle, can you mute yourself, please?
Okay.
Kalamai, mahalo. Okay, here's Yuka getting ready to call upon Zeushi, the source entity. So she's a full trance channeler, so she won't have any memories during her channeling.
じゃあ行きます。はい。よろしくお願いします。お呼びいただきありがとうございます。今日はとても素晴らしい日です。ここにお集まりいただいた皆様、そして今日という日から大いなる意志が働き出し、皆さんの意識が変わっていかれます。その中でようやく皆さんが魂の兄弟たちと出会っていく、そのような流れが始まっていくでしょう。そういった日にお呼びいただき感謝いたします。
So that Zeushi mentioned that today is a really, really special day that people gathered here today and also people who are watching. So those are the people we call soul brothers and sisters. So all of the consciousness will be open and gathered today, and we're going to be connecting to our higher self. Okay, and then we're going to ask Zeushi about, Zeushi mentioned that today is going to be the unveiling day, and what does this mean?
そう、今日はアスカコタンのお披露目の日だということなんですが、それはどういう意味でしょうか？
これまで皆さんが多くの準備をなさってこられました。日本人、そして日本の土地のエネルギーが開き、そしてその準備なされたエネルギーが世界へと放たれ、地球が一つの光の星として生まれ変わる、そういったプロジェクトが始まるスタートの日となりました。そのため、これまでは私は日本の皆様に源のエネルギーを下ろし、そして我々とのつながりを思い出していただくための準備をしてきました。これはこの神の国が本来の力を解き放ち、世界へと開いていくための準備でした。我々のエネルギーはこれからこの地球にいる皆様、兄弟へと直接に働きに出ていく、そういった流れとなります。源である私が国境を越え皆様にアクションする、それを今日お伝えしに参りました。
So, well, what I just want to quickly translate what Zeushi said. So, Zeushi was saying that before she started to kind of send energy to the Japanese people, and then she wanted to do this preparation for starting off as the Japanese people, and then the energy of Japan and the land of Japan. She wanted to send the energy here. And then from Japan, it was going to be opening up to the world. And it becomes one bright light. And that was the beginning to start sending out the energy out to the earth. And the source entity, the energy that Japan was receiving from Zeushi was the source entity. And that was to reconnect and make people remember that they're connected to the source and the connection to the source. So that was the start when we started from Japan, and then today now is opening up to the world. And then up next, we also want to ask Zeushi about Uncle Reynolds and Joshua coming on board to this project recently, and we wanted to know why they joined at this timing, and if Zeushi had any message about why they joined this project.
今ここに画面で出ているアンクルとジョシュア、この2人が最近合流したメンバーなんですが、この2人と我々がこのタイミングで合流した意味について、そしてまた2人に何かメッセージがあればお伝えいただけますか？
皆さんがお集まりいただくこのタイミングはすでに皆さんの魂の中で決まっていたことです。それはご自身がご理解しているはずです。皆さんがここにいらっしゃる方だけではなく、今世界にいる多くの兄弟たちがこのタイミングでこれから集まってくることになるでしょう。皆さんは一つの目標を掲げ、この時代、そしてこのタイミングを選ばれました。ハワイのプロジェクトとは、世界中の人間にとって一つの大きなミッションです。あなた方はアモンヌーの名において、その言葉において集まらなければいけません。そしてそれはハワイにあります。皆さんが どうかこの言葉を覚えておいてください。彼らについてどちらの方からお話しすればよいでしょうか。
それでは、その質問に答える前に一度通訳を入れさせていただきます。少しお待ちください。
どうぞ。
So what Zoshi said about why you guys joined at this time is that she was saying that we kind of had this promise and appointment about meeting at this time, at this era, at this age. And then we kind of all know that. And we knew that, we understand that in our soul. So from this point, we're going to have all the other soul brothers and sisters gather from all over the world. And we have a mission to create this world community together. So this was an appointment. And むっちゃんさん、今、ゼウシがおっしゃった、その言葉、この言葉、ちょっと聞き取れなかったんです。アモ
ヌー。ゼウシは先ほどアモヌーとおっしゃいましたか？
その通りです。
アモヌー。これは初めて聞く言葉です。私たちにとって。
どういう意味でしょう、アモヌー。
アモヌーという言葉について、先に今何かお聞きできることはありますか？
あなた方の唯一の神の名前です。あなた方がこの地球で唯一の神として皆さんが呼ばれていた名前です。そして皆さんの魂の扉を開く鍵の言葉にも今はなっています。おそらくこの言葉を聞き反応される人間もいらっしゃるでしょう。そのため今ここで開示させていただきました。
Okay, so Zeushi mentioned this word among nu, which is really none of us heard this word from Zeushi before, but among nu, Zeushi, he was saying that this is a name of the soul god, and this word among nu is also the key to opening up our heart and the key to opening up our soul's door. ありがとうございました。So up next, I guess we're going to go back to ask Zeushi about Uncle Reynolds and Joshua. じゃあ、むっちゃんさんお願いします。
それでは、アンクル・レイノルズ様に、アンクルに対して何かメッセージがあれば先にお願いします。
暗い闇のうちにいらっしゃる必要はもうありません。あなたが門番として守られてきたもの、それをこれから開示していくプロセスへと入っていかれるでしょう。あなたは暗闇の中において闇のものを守る役割、そしてそのカルマはもう終わられました。これから裏にあったものが表へとで、そして表であったものが裏へと戻っていきます。その中であなたご自身もどうか光の外へと出ることを決められてください。
Okay, so Uncle Reynold, Zeushi, we asked about you to Source Entity Zeushi. Zeushi mentioned that you were the gatekeeper and you've been protecting this knowledge and keeping this knowledge, and you were in this dark cave for a while, but now it's okay. You can come out to the light and show it and disclose it to the world. And the karma that you've been in the darkness protecting all of these secrets, you can come out. And at this time, at this transitioning time, things that were in the background or the bottom or in the dark side will be coming to the front side. And whatever we had on the front will be going back to the back side, the back end. And now, Uncle Reno, you can come out to the light. So thank you for your service.
ここで、アンクルからの質問やコメント何かあれば先にお返ししてからジョシュアの方に行こうと思いますがどうでしょう
So, Uncle, so that was the words from Zoshi. Do you want to say something about what you felt about what Zoshi just said? Oh, Uncle, your microphone is
That is very true. That's being kept until such time that this would occur, and so that it would be opened to bring out the truth and to the light. And so I'm very happy that this has been revealed, and this has given us a time to proceed with all the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, 今、アンクルレイノルドが本当にゼウシがおっしゃった通り、もうずっとこう暗闇で守ってきたものをやっと開示できるっていうことを本当に嬉しく思っています。で、これからはこのみんなと一緒にもっともっと前に進んでいけることを楽しみにしています。
アンクル、もし質問があれば後でお願いしますね。
じゃあ後で聞きますね。Thank you very much.
Thank you.
では、ジョシュアに対してゼウシからコメントがあればお願いします。
あなたとお会いすることを楽しみにしてきました。あなたは私のとても近しい子供です。あなたも感じてくださっていると信じております。あなたは私の息子として幾度も人として生を歩まれてこられました。その都度、神の子としてあなたは生きてこられました。とても美しい魂をお持ちです。そして、とても大きな役目をお持ちの方です。我々に一番近い魂とは、神の子供としての使命を持つからです。あなたが今、その土地にいるということ、それは地球から呼ばれただけではなく、一番大きな理由は、我々のミッションをあなたが受け取り、その土地で宇宙とつながり、源の意志をあなたが人々に伝えていく、そういった役割があるからです。
はい、ありがとうございます。So, Joshua, Zoshi mentioned why you joined this project recently, but yes, so Joshua, Zoshi was saying that he was very, very happy and looking forward to seeing you today because you are somebody really close to Zoshi, and probably you know this, Joshua, already, and you are, I guess, Zoshi's son, and you've been coming back to this earth multiple times and always was somebody close to Zoshi, God's child. And you're a beautiful soul, and you have a big mission as God's child. And you were, of course, you came to earth and you were called by this land, but you also had a mission as God's child. You had a mission to connect with the universe, connect with the source, and spread that voice of the universe to other people as light. はい。じゃ、ジョシュアにちょっと一言聞いてみますかね。
はい、お願いします。
はい。Okay, so Joshua, that was Zeushi's message. Do you, how do you feel and do you remember about these memories with Zeushi?
Yeah.
Do you feel the connection?
Yes, I feel the connection. Yeah, wow. I've definitely done a lot of deep work and have had a lot of deep releases emotionally, especially within this last year. And it's certainly come up in my visions and my intuitions, but almost out of disbelief. It's been almost ignored largely until recently. I've always definitely felt a deep need to serve, and yeah, again, especially in this last year, I've been stepping more and more into my power and more eliminating my self-image as much as possible in order to empty myself to the energies that need to come through during this time. And it's interesting that she used the words, the song of the universe, I believe, because every time I ask my higher self about my purpose, it always comes back to singing. That I am here to sing the song of the Heavenly Father and the Earthly Mother in union with my lovely wife, and spreading this light through others. So very much resonate with that, and it's such an honor to hear validation from what seemed to be a perfect stranger, but is not. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So, 今、ちょっと簡単にジョシュアさんの、感想を通訳すると、やっぱり光栄ですっていうことで、つながりはやっぱり感じてて、そして、やっぱり昨年とか1年間、やっぱり感情を解放したり、するっていうのをね、自分の中を深く見つめ直して、そしてビジョンとかイントゥイション、直感とか、来てたんだけども、それが実は信じられてなくて、完全に。そして、ゼウシーが、言ったように、この自分の中に人の役に立つってことにすごく、意識が自分でもあったので、本当に、自分のセルフイメージ、エゴを消して、無になって、そのソースとつながるっていうことを試みてたっていうことですね。そして、ユニバース、宇宙の源の、息子というふうに言われて、すごく、光栄なんだけども、ジョシュは奥様と一緒に音楽を奏でるときも、神の、宇宙の源の、歌っていうのをよく、作って音楽奏でてたので、その光を本当に広めたいと思っていますっていうことでした。Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。はい。
どちらか、アンクルからどちらか質問がある方がいらっしゃれば。
Joshua, do you have any questions to Zeushi?
Wow.
Any questions? I would just simply like to hear Zeus talk about healing for those who are involved with this project. And of course, we're trying to harmonize with source energy. What can we be doing for healing ourselves in order to heal the earth and each other?
今、Hear
something about that.
ジョシュアからの質問なんですけども、この宇宙の源とつながるため、まずは自分自身を癒す必要があると思うんですけども、その自分自身を癒すためにどうしたらいいか、そして大地を癒すためにもどういうふうなことを心がけたらいいでしょうかっていう質問でした。
あなた方がご自分の心の中にある傷や闇を癒すために時を過ごす、そういった時期はもう終わりました。皆さんが今癒しとなるものは喜びの体験以外ありません。あなたが音楽を奏でるように、そのあなたの音楽により人の心を喜びへと変えてください。もう傷を癒すためのプロセスは必要ないのです。そして地球を癒すために何をすべきか、それも同じことだと思ってください。あなた方は我々の中から生まれた魂であり、我々の子供ではありますが、あなた方の肉体は地球から生まれました。あなた方は地球の子供でもあるのです。母なる地球が子供たちに望むことは、子供たちが笑顔でいるということです。そして皆さんが喜びの中で笑顔でいるとき、地球を傷つける行為はなさらないでしょう。そして皆さんのそのエネルギーが自然に地球を癒していきます。
So to answer that question, Joshua, Zeushi mentioned that we're done with healing ourselves or even Earth. So we're moving on to being blissful and joyful, living a joyful life. And same with music. When you're happy and making music, your joyous self. And we are all, our soul came from the source of the universe, but our body came from Mother Earth. So the Mother Earth is our mother. So when as us as a human being with we have a body, and as a human being, if we're happy and if we're smiling and if we're joyful, the energy is going to be passed down to our Mother Earth, and that's how Mother Earth will be healed. But we're at the end, at the point that we don't need to heal ourselves or heal the Earth. We're to the next stage that we're gonna be focusing on joy and living a blissful life.
あなたの額には星が刻まれています。それは我々とつながる証です。あなたはとても光の強い方です。ですので、あなたが放つその光によっては、人の心の中にある闇があらわになることもあるでしょう。あなたは人のご本人が気づかれていない闇の部分を見つけてしまうのです。それはあなたの光が強いからこその現象ですので、どうかそれに対し傷つかないでください。あなたが光であり、その方の闇を照らすということは、その方の醜い部分をあなたが引き上げているのではなく、その方の闇すらもあなたが光に変える力があるということです。どうかそれを忘れないようにしてください。
So I think this message for you, Joshua. Zoshi mentioned that you have a right here on your forehead, there's a star mark, and you're connected to the source. That means you're connected to the source. And then because your light from right here, it's so bright and it's going to shine upon people's mind and heart. Sometimes you're going to shine it upon their darkness. And sometimes you get hurt because of that. But Zoshi said, you don't need to get hurt because, you have the power to change that darkness into light, and you have that power. So Zoshi said, please don't forget about it. Don't forget about your power, that you're going to change the darkness to light. はい、ありがとうございました。
本当にありがと
むっちゃんさんどうでしょう？他にも何か質問など。
アンクルはもう大丈夫ですか？
Uncle, do you have any other questions you wanted to ask to Zoshi?
Yes. One of the questions that I'd like to bring up is that this information about Lemuria and what happened to all of us, and I really understand this joy. About the joy, how important this joy is. This is the reason why other things have happened to bring the joy in, to make it happen for the Mother Earth. What is my question would be, as we bring in this joy and in the work that I am responsible to share to other people now, which I believe that I feel this is a high priority for all of the people to bring joy. They need joy right now to help them with this, what is occurring here now for Mother Earth. Mother Earth is very important. Gaia, I believe, has done so much for the people. Now we need to bring it to Mother Earth. And, I have a strong connection with Pele and to her and to things that have happened here. And this is why I questioned as to how, the joy that we bring and the sharing that is going to come about from what I have kept all this time. I want to see what he has to share as to how we can bring out more joy into the people here.
And Uncle, do you mean people here by do you mean on Earth or
Yes.
not people like Kanaka Maoli, not in that sense,
Yes.
but everybody.
For everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
はい。で今アンクル・レイノルドのお話なんですが、レムリアのそのことももちろんお聞きしたいんだけれども、そのゼウシがおっしゃったその喜びが重要、喜びを持って生きることで母なる大地にエネルギーがいくっていうことも理解していて、でそれが今私たち第一優先とする課題ではあるんじゃないかなって思っていて、でアンクル・レイノルドはペレ、火山の女神ペレにも母なる大地同様尊敬の念を持っていて、最終的に聞きたいのは、人々がどうやってその喜びを持って生きることができるかということを聞きたいそうです。
とても簡単です。あなたはその答えをもう知っているはずです。大いなるソースとつながればよいのです。我々のことを信じ、そして我々とコミュニケーションを取りながら皆さんが生きていく。それが皆さんにとっての幸せにもつながっていきます。あなたはいつもスポットライトが当たっている人でした。あなたの上には常にライトが照らされていたのです。それは あなたがいつも暗闇の中を歩いている方だからです。だからこそあなたには天から差し込む一つの光しか差していませんでした。しかしあなたは周りが見えずとも天から差し込むその光によって自分自身が照らされるというその信頼感のもとに生きてこられました。あなたが今持たれているこのソースとのつながりを皆さんが思い出し、そして強く信頼関係を結び直すということ、それをどうか多くの方々に伝えていってください。
Okay. So Zoshi said that is easy and you already know that, Uncle, and you know how to connect with the source and the universe, and you know and you trust and you communicate with the source, and that's how you have been living. And you've been in the darkness for a long time, and especially you always had this light shining upon you. Even within the darkness, you had this one shiny bright light shining upon you from heaven, and you always trusted that. And so with everybody else, what you want to do, Uncle, is that you want to spread the words and educate and teach people how to connect with the source. And that way, everybody else will remember how to connect with the source and have a stronger connection with source. And that is the way to be living a happy life and to live in joy.
ありがとう。
ありがとうございました。
では時間も迫ってきましたので、最後に今回のこのタイミングでこのメッセージを届けられる人に今ゼウシがお伝えしたいことをお伝えしていただきます。
時が来ました。皆さんが待ち望み、そして魂の大いなる旅の終着地として皆さんが望んだ時が来られたのです。そして我々は皆さんとの約束通りこのように姿を現し、そしてすべての子どもたちに我々の怒りを届ける準備を終えました。これはすべての子どもたちに語りかけております。皆さんがご自身の魂で我々のエネルギーとつながり、この時を迎えたことを喜び、祝祭をあげていく、そのような時間を皆さんで作り上げたいと思っております。どうか皆さんが我々のもとに戻ってこられること、それを心待ちにしています。今日はお呼びいただきありがとうございました。またどうぞお呼びください。
ありがとうございました。So, Yuka is back, Zeushi is gone. So I'm gonna quickly translate what Zeushi said at the end. She had a message for everybody who is tuning in today, and Zeushi, he was saying that the time has come, and this was a long soul journey that we've been waiting for, and we finally arrived to this point. And to all of the children, the soul children, Zeushi wanted to mention that if you connect with the source energy, you're going to be joyful and happy. And this time has come that we want to celebrate all together. And Zeushi wanted to have some sort of celebration together. And Zeushi mentioned that Zeushi is waiting for all of us to return to the soul home. And he said, thank you for calling upon me. And he'll be happy to come back anytime. はい、ありがとうございました。はい、ゆうかさん、お帰りなさいということで、いかがでしょうか？今回英語でこういう試みをしてみて、
はい、
どうでしたか？
私は緊張したんですけど、ゼウシはどうだったんですかね？いつも通りだったんですかね？
いつも通りでした。
いつも通り。やっぱり多分きっとでもすごい情報量でなんか手がすごい小刻みに震えてて戻ってきて、多分こうすごいエネルギーを浴びてたんだなっていうのだけ分かったんですけどはい、今日はなんかすごい日だったなっていう、すいません、なんか大した
So I asked Yuka how today was, and especially we did everything in English, and this was our first time even doing this kind of broadcasting in English. So Yuka said she was very nervous, but of course when she was channeling Zeushi, she doesn't remember anything. But interesting thing that she said her hand is still shaking. She was saying that she when that happened, she knows that Zeushi was sending a lot of energy and a lot of information. So I think we had a lot of new information that Zeushi mentioned today. So today was a really, really interesting session. はい。じゃあ、
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。じゃあ、むっちゃさんいかがでしょう？このまま今ちょうど1時間になります。
そうですね、女子やみっこちゃんから最後何か一言あれば。というところで固まっちゃったかな？
うん、
動いた。
何か一言あれば。
うん。
Hi. Thank you so much. It was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
I was looking too because English, but it was beautiful, huh? And Yuka, Joshua がゼウシの子供だって言ってましたよ。
子供息子ってことじゃ。
Yeah, I was so surprised. Joshua is the
息子
child.
お兄ちゃん。
Yeah, son of Zeus. Also, the new words very interesting, huh? More new. So yeah, very exciting. What's gonna happen from today? You know, hopefully this YouTube, spread out to all over the world. I'm
Yes.
just gonna do that.
It's,
you have something you want to say? Good.
No, just thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been an honor to share this space and time with you all.
Yeah.
All of you.
Arigato.
Thank you.
Mahalo. Thank you.
Hi. And Uncle, would you like to?
I'd like to share something that's special that is happening right now with Sakiko and there's another girl, Mariko, that are going to Mount Shasta. Yeah, I've done a ceremony with them at Whitefield Valley. And what has happened is that they are taking the energy to Shasta. And from Shasta, it'll take place, and the energy will be in North America and South America, which will make it cause a triangle to go straight to Mount Fuji. The energy will go to Mount Fuji, when it gets to Mount Fuji, they will call me. And from here in Hawaii, I will allow the energy of aloha to spread out into the triangle to form the restoration of the new Lemuria. The energy from Mount Fuji will spread onto all of Asia and Europe. The energy from South America will spread onto Africa. It's all those places. This is about to happen when Sakiko does this in Mount Shasta in a few days. So this is very special timing. And I'm very happy to be part of this and to share this with you. And you can share this. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle. ちょっと簡単に今、アンクルが、のコメントを通訳したいと思うんですけども、今回ね、実はアンクルこういったそのレムリアの活動をずっとされてきて、今別の日本の同じような志で活動している方々と、ちょうどマウントシャスタに行く予定で、あとハワイ島のワイピオバリーって王族がね、たくさん出てる、カメハメハの流れの王族が出ている、渓谷でもあって、もっと古い、そういう古代のエネルギーが流れているところなんですが、そこと、あとは何でしょうね、北米と南米っていうことで、その三角トライアングルで、そこから世界中にね、ハワイからはアロハ、そして富士山からはアジア、ヨーロッパへ、そして世界中にエネルギーをね、流していきたいって、そういうことをしていきたいっていうふうにアンクルが今おっしゃってて、そして今日このタイミングで皆さんのもとにこういうふうにつながれて本当に嬉しいですということでした。はい、ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとう。
Okay, so 皆さん、ゆうかさん最後にじゃあもう一度何かコメントがあれば。
なんか今そのジョシュアがゼウシのね子供だったよって言われて、あ、兄弟なんだなって思った時に、なんか魂はみんな同じとこでやっぱり生まれてきてるから、今例えば生まれた場所とか人種の違いとかあるけど、もうなんか生まれたお父さんが一緒だねって魂的にはってなると、本当に国境とか人種とか関係なく兄弟姉妹になれるんだなって、なんか今すごいじんわり腑に落ちたんですよ。すごくね、なんか自分でアースファミリーって言ってたけど、すごく腑に落ちたんで、なんかみんなが源のお父さんと出会っていく、なんかまあもう一回新しいスタートとして今日あったのかなって思うとすごい嬉しかったです。はい。
So Yuko mentioned that it was really interesting to hear about Zeushi mentioning about you, Joshua, being his son, Zeushi's son, and knowing that she felt that, there's no race, nothing is important, race or country, and then, we're all born from the one source, the source of Father, and we're all Earth families. So today she was happy to kind of feel that family, Earth family within this group. So thank you so much. はい。ありがとうございました。はい。So thank you everybody for tuning in, whoever's watching, maybe in Japanese, but today was the first time we kind of tried to broadcast in English, everything in English. So this is our first time. So if you enjoyed and are more interested about our project, please go to the this video description, and we'll have a link to the AskaCotan website. So the channeling of Zeushi was pretty powerful, so you might have forgotten that this was about AskaCotan Project, but this is a project that will be happening on the island of Hawaii, on the Big Island. The reason for that is that because this island is the most powerful energy point of Mother Earth. So we're trying to create this Earth family community on this island, and Miko and Yuka both of them are one of the key persons to start this whole community, and we're gathering worldwide artists, soul brothers and sisters, and we want everybody to come join and become the Earth family and spread the joy that Zeushi was talking about. So thank you so much today, everybody. 今日は皆さんお越しいただきまして本当にありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。アロハ、マハロー。